For the first time on the show, we're going to talk some Olympics.
The
Olympics.
We teased you earlier with this beautiful monitor behind us here. I mean, that looks like a nice sunset. I don't know if that's Tokyo or not, but that's where I want to be golfing.
That looks like a man with a swing who's not getting beat by a one-armed man in the
Damn
Denver
it, Fortenbaugh, you had to bring it up
like
again.
some other people I know. All right, so here's what we're going to do. By the way, congratulations to Colin Morikawa.
Yes.
We on Daily Wager had futures on Speed, on Louis, on Koepka, and Morikawa just slides right in there and gets the job done. So here's what we're going to do.
Granted, we didn't see normal open conditions. It was very docile. It
was very nice.
At, what was it, Sandwich, Kent, England?
Royal St. George's in Sandwich, England. Very nicely done. So the Tokyo Olympics start 4 days from today on July 21st. Our coverage will continue to increase as we get closer and closer to the action. Today we're focusing, obviously, on golf. This is a 72-hole stroke play tournament, so it's what we're used to seeing on the PGA Tour. It's at Kasumagaski Country Club in Kasahata, Saitama, Japan. I apologize if I butchered any of that, but I have been practicing it all day. The field consists of 60 players, so this is much smaller than your average field of around 140 to 160 given the event. Your top 6 in odds are as follows. No surprise, the Spaniard Jon Rahm finds himself at the top of the board at 5-1. Xander Schauffele and Colin Morikawa at 10-1 each. Justin Thomas and Rory McIlroy at 11-1. Bryson DeChambeau, who made the cut by a stroke, 2 birdies in his final 6 holes to get home. He is at 12-1. So here's what we're going to do. 2 picks each. Give me however you want to do it, whether it's favorites, whether it's long shots. Your layout 2, I'll lay out 2. For those unfamiliar, back in 2016 when the Olympics were at Rio, the gold medal went to Justin Rose, silver medal to Heinrich Stenson, bronze medal to our very own Matt Kuchar, one of the worst dressed golfers on tour. I just have to bring that up. It never makes sense how he puts those patterns together.
All right, I have 2 bets. Obviously, there's favorites at the top for good reason, and one of them Baby mentioned because he's the best golfer on planet Earth right now, and we saw it backed up even though he didn't win the Open. He was very good. But I like the 25-1 value of the Aussie Cam Smith as my best bet, and I'll give you a long shot with my second. But you got to score, okay, to win this. And Cameron Smith is 7th on the tour in birdies per round at 4.32. He usually performs better. Fortenbaugh, which, by the way, I appreciate the pronunciations on everything you had to do there. The Japanese.
It was a busy morning. It was a very busy morning.
Fantastic, Fortenbaugh, but he usually performs better, Cam Smith, at deeper fields, harder tracks. 6 of his last 8 rounds have been in the 60s over his last 2 worldwide events. That includes the Open Championship, but he struggled on Sundays with back-to-back 74 in those 2. So clean up Sunday, and Cam Smith he's a big game hunter I like at 25-1. I think more appropriately he should be around 18, 20-1 given the field.
He did really well for me at the Masters. I love the kid.
He's a good player when it comes to these type of fields. And then my long shot, a guy who's been playing really good golf right now from Canada.
Guido!
No, I didn't give you Guido. Mackenzie Hughes at 100-1.
Wildly
the Canadian.
Disappointing.
15th or better, Joe, in 3 of his last 4 worldwide events, including a T6 at the Open Championship.
He was good.
He had a T15 at the United States Open. So again, in these deeper, better, harder fields, Mackenzie Hughes, the Canadian, has been good. Obviously, Corey Connors is the top Canadian. But again, this is a 100-1 long shot that I think has a little bit of value based on the form of Hughes worldwide over the last few weeks.
I like him. I like him a lot. Cameron Smith is a nice payday at 25-1, and Mackenzie Hughes is in good form as of late. I like where your head's at. I don't have anything nearly as juicy. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my picks is the favorite, Jon Rahm. The guy is always in contention.
I can't say it's even a bad bet how good he is right now.
He is always in contention.
I can't say it's a bad bet.
So tied for 5th at the Masters, tied for 8th at the PGA Championship, won the U.S. Open, and then when he should have just mailed it in for the Open Championship, he finishes T3. And if you watched the coverage yesterday, every time they cut to him, he was sticking his iron and then missing the putt. He must have missed like 6 birdie putts in a row. He could have won the thing. It was incredible, but this guy's always in the hunt. I absolutely want some money on Jon Rahm. I don't see any way he's not going to at least be in contention when he gets over to Japan. Number 2, I'm going with the hometown flavor, Hideki Matsuyama. He's priced at 20-1. He's from Japan. This is in Japan. He won the Masters this year. Now, maybe the pressure's back on in front of the home crowd, so you got to be a little bit worried, but I don't think they're allowing spectators anyway, so is there a home crowd? At this price, given the fact that he probably has some familiarity over this course. They've known it's going to be this course for a while. He probably found his way out there a little bit, like some of the guys do at the Masters at Augusta, Phil Mickelson, a month in advance or so. I figure I'll take a shot. It would be a great story for the Olympics if Matsuyama won. I'd like to be a part of that if it happens.
I was surprised to see him at 20-1 because he is one of the best ball strikers in the world, is one of the best golfers, now a major champion. I thought he would be closer to 15, 14-1 with some of the other favorites, but I didn't pick him because of that concern about the pressure he's probably putting on himself, even though he kind of relieved it, becoming Japan's first male major champion at the Masters. This is on his home turf, so I imagine he's going to apply a lot of pressure to himself. He already does, but 20-1 is a great price on Matsuyama, who probably has an advantage over everyone in the field in terms of course familiarity.
And just to be clear, it wasn't intentional, but we didn't pick any Americans. We literally went with nothing but the foreigners. So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully it works for us.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.